Hello everyone, welcome to Monday night's race, and got a little bit somewhat different this week. We've got GRL versus CRL, and well, I'm looking down this list and I'm seeing some serious talent on this list, so this should be fun. But yeah, let's hope it's going to go as well. It's this social race at Texas. It's full qualifying, followed by 50% race. I'm just going to share my stream into the Discord a second. Right, so share two. I've only just gotten to the stream, guys, so if anybody's commented or anything like that, I can't see it because I've literally only just come on, so I'm not ignoring it, I just can't see it. Don't share your old messages before you join. Right, well, here. I'll let them know meatballs in this one. Right, so there we go. One more to do. If I can find it, there it is. Oh no, I got another one as well, actually. I forgot about that. I asked in another league if it's okay if I share things, and they said, yeah, that's fine. Bear with me. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Shared around everywhere. So, again, hello everyone. Texas COTA. I don't know if you're here already. Only commentating. No, sorry. Two commentating, one racing. Sorry about noise in the background. My dad's watching the telly with headphones on, which just means he gets louder and louder. So, yeah, as I said, I've done two commentating. I've done one racing here. Although I have to say, I had to join the race. I didn't have a proper setup or anything, so I'm probably not the best to know about it. Hello, Reedy. Smar. What's Smar? Here we go. So as you can see, you look down this list. I must admit, I don't know the top four. Then we got Meatbro, who I know from another league that I'm in, WAOF1, who's very fast. Atom, very, very good driver. Beeford as well. So now my dad's singing along to the start of Event-CIS. Mark Souza, I know, is very quick. Boosted, I don't know. Claver, I do know, but I can't remember about pace. Yasin Jet, well, they're all very quick, I think you'll find, to be honest with you. It's right, Dara, very quick. Hops, I recognise that name, but I can't remember where from. It used to be called iHops, or is that someone else? There we go. There we have it then. So, say some exceptionally quick drivers. Souza's car super. Yes, he is, Reed. You're absolutely right, and we know Meatball's close to pretty much that, or close to it. And I think you'll find the likes of Atom and Beeford are very much there as well. So. But there is some guys from CRL that I just don't know. So Wargasm I do know. Sorry, I said the top so many I don't know. Wargasm's from GRL, so I do know. But Lewis, Shumbasher, and Kingfall, I don't know those guys. Or Boosted, or Yasin. So yeah. Sora I do know, but again I can't remember where from. I do recognise the name Sora, unless it is from GRL. I don't know because there's so many divisions. In GRL, it's possible that I've seen the name. got over 500 members in their server, so it's very possible I've just seen a name in there. I can't be 100% sure. And yeah, Meat Pro definitely. So just waiting to go. We are at 8:03 now. I don't know if we're waiting for somebody in particular. Well, I would say it's league versus league, so yeah, that's right. Now we've got two spectators, so we got I think they got their own commentator as well. So I'm commentating on behalf of GRL, and I think Miller is commentating on behalf of CRL. So a bit more notice of doing it. Unfortunately, I didn't know I could. So, but with a bit more notice, I could have got together with Miller and we could have done something together. But it's a bit late notice for me. It's up till about 6 o'clock. I was actually driving tonight, but then the person I was covering for got their seat back. So, qualifying 1, Texas. Be careful of a little glitch on full qualifying, guys. There's a little glitch on Q2. So people that qualify through Q1 and go into Q2, there's a little glitch, and it doesn't always happen, but on occasions it picks on a player and disqualifies them as they're coming out of the pit lane for no actual reason. So there is a little glitch there at the moment that I believe is on a list of fixes that's coming up. But yeah, just be aware of that one. So if we see someone get DSQ at the start of Q2, we know it's that's done it. So, what's a full 20-man grid? Okay, I thought we had 18 on the grid, but apparently it is full 20 on the grid, with the two of us spectating as well. So, who is going to come out first? Let's get the details up. Tires. It's bright on the mediums. So let's have a go on those first. The strategy here could be quite interesting. It's not even on 22. USA wasn't a million miles away from being a potential two-stop. So on 23, I'd imagine that the opportunity is there to try it. So whether we'll see anybody try that tonight, I haven't yet in any of the other commentaries I've done here, so that would suggest probably not. Mind you, I say that, I think they've been a bit safety car laid in the other ones, so I'm sure that won't be the case tonight, so we might get a bit of a better chance to see the... Anyway, it's boosted on track. Boosted RB, so but they're using the proper cars. I didn't think they'd be doing that. But fair enough. Let's weave it back down the straight. Try to get some heat into those tyres. Looking down the list there, you got... Looks like the majority of the players are Xbox. Lewis on PC. Boosted here is on PC. Hops is on PC. Owl on PC. Yasin on PlayStation. Other than that, then you've got It's Bright and Beeford that show as EA. I'm not actually 100% sure what that even means. So, I don't know. Playing on a tablet or something. I've got a clue. Anyway, here comes Boosted to start the lap. DRS opens. That's turn 1. Be wary, as I learned to my detriment the other night. Be careful of people exiting the pits as you go into turn 1. I turned straight into someone the other night. And obviously this was in the race, but I knew he was exiting the pits, but there was no proximity arrows, so I didn't think... And it's because I use cockpit, I can't see as well as a lot of other people. So yeah, there was no proximity arrow, so I just turned in, drove straight into him. He was well pleased. So, hello Dan the man. My boosted. And I used to race with Sora. He'll get pole here. You reckon? Well, we shall see. I know he's quick. He does seem to resonate in the back of my memory somewhere. But there's some exceptionally quick people out there. Mark Souza, definitely one of them. There's lots of them. I think our man, well, Meat Bro, I think he'd do all right tonight. So this looks pretty steady, I think, from boosted so far. Pretty decent lap. And here he comes across the line then, 1:34.8. So definitely see quite a bit quicker than that before the end of the session. I'm just trying to think. Well, what? Yeah, I was just trying to think. Well, what did I put in the admin Discord the other day that I managed 1:33.0 in qualifying when I raced here the other day. That was good enough for P5. 1:32.5 was the pole position time in my race. So obviously this is only Q1, so you're not expecting to see the absolute fastest times yet, as Sam does a 34.1 on the mediums. Dara getting towed around a little bit. Is he by Owl? It is those two, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So Dara is actually invalidated. So let's go to Owl. No, I didn't say 1:37.8. Well, nice try. Hey Josh, welcome. Thanks for joining. As always. It's like, oh wow, it's done a 33.7. No, it's definitely 33.0 I managed the other night. Well, so let's say the pole position was 32.5. That should then opens up DRS, 33.4 for him. Across the line, let's go down to Dan. It's Dan the man then. Are you the same person or not? So, heading down to the hairpin. A little bit out of sorts, it's going to affect his exit, and of course that will affect his pace all the way down the straight. So he knows exactly where he's going to have some time in hand of whatever he does on the end of this lap. Recently to the left-hander, to be fair. Maybe couldn't get on the power quite as soon, he was quite far over the curb on the exit. I know you're not, Dan, okay. I was going to say, you're not taking there and driving like this, are you, surely? Very talented man. So, fastest then, Hops goes into P2, here comes Dan, 33.4, and as I said, we saw that clear mistake out of the hairpin as well, that will have cost him time all the way down the straight, so, very good. Who's that missing the pit lane there? That's Owl is gone a bit hot into the pits, I think. I don't think he should really be reversing and going in like that. If I'm honest, he probably should have just carried on, but he ain't got no fuel, I guess. Oh look, now there's Williams having a bit of fun behind as well. He got scared by the Haas, but he's got absolutely no fuel whatsoever. Overtaking the pit lane, there we go. Anyway, let's go down to someone who's actually doing something on track. Here is Atom. Just what Dan's do. Fair enough. Just as Beeford goes fastest then, 33.1. A few attempts quicker than Dan, so nice. 33.8 from Atom on the mediums. That's a decent lap time on the medium tyre from Atom. Oh, it's in lap. So let's go to Sousa then and see what he can muster up in the Ferrari. See, these guys aren't scared of using the proper cars. This is that tyre wear thing that's going about. Meat Bro, meanwhile, has gone into P2 on a 33.2. Problem is, you've got so many fast drivers here. I think knowing where you're safe and able to retire from the session, that's what you want to do. It's actually quite difficult to know. I would have thought low 33s would be perfectly safe, but I think the guys that have still got to do their laps are very quick. And down to the final corner. Here he comes, 1:32.2. It's quicker than the full time we had the other night. Oh goodness me. I was expecting somewhat quick, I wasn't expecting that, not on the first lap in Q1, goodness me. So, let's meet Bro, he's on his way back to the pits in a way. Snipes, I assume is the same. Let's go down here, Sora. It's into P12. I'm not sure whether this is... I think this is an in-lap, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. So let's just watch him through Sector 1. Well, he's almost identical to his previous time, so let's stick with him. I just saw that he definitely had enough energy to still have another go, so I think he is trying at least. Reps maxed out there. Clearing up. Ideal, really. I think they toned down the sun a little bit, haven't they? They still got it there, but if you remember on 22, it was absolutely blinding in that straight, the sun. Couldn't see. I'm not sure how right that telemetry is on it's gearing up, and that's an invalidation at the penultimate corner. So Justin, I can't believe he's doing the gears like that. So is Lewis then in the Williams, currently on a PB of 34.1. There's a yellow down the straight, and that's just one car moving out of another's way, I believe. Same driver in that one as well. So still a little bit struggling to get the power down out of the hairpin there for Lewis, so seems to be a problem at the moment. It is only Q1, so as we go through the sessions, obviously grip will improve. I don't know if any of these, you know, I don't know what you guys do, whether it's in terms of differential. I find if you increase your differential up to 60, you tend to get a better exit out of the hairpin, but and then obviously move it back down for the rest of the lap, but Lewis in a way into the penultimate corner, blind left-hander. trust your instincts that the inside of the corner's there and that you're not cutting. But very nice improvement from Lewis as he goes into the 32s, 132.9. Ronald Manning Williams goes P2. Sora is this time round into the pit. Beeford retires from the session, feels he's done enough, and I think he's probably right. Hops back out on another lap, and he's on the softs, currently on a PB of 133.5. At least to the end of sector 2 to see what his time's like. You know, he has already done a lap on these tyres. So yeah, it's just a 10th down. And, with the way that the final sector is, that is recoverable. We'll stick with him to the end, although I suspect he will probably pit. It's does another lap after this one, he probably won't have time to pit and get back out again, so pretty much expecting to see him in. And there he goes to the left. Somebody else ahead though has gone around again. It's a Mercedes. That is Snipes. So yeah, full energy, so it looks like he's onto a lap. So let's do a hilly hot lap. So going to second or third for turn 1. Open the steering up, get on the power as quick as you can. Flat out now through the twisty right, left, right. So you can still stay flat out through the left of ever the slightest of slight lifts there. But nothing to write home about. Then into this tricky right left now, which is still a little bit tricky getting on the power, but it is much better than it's been in previous years. Flat out left takes us up to the hairpin, down to either second or third. Most people I think will use third, but there we go. And a much better exit, smoother on the power, open up the DRS, all the way down the straight. As I say, the sun is still there, it's still in your eyes a bit, but it's a lot better than it was last year. And braking late for the left-hander, use the curb on the inside, and pretty much how I like to take it, put spots on there, and then the right-hander, throw the coin. Again, quite late turning in will allow you to open up steering quite nicely and allow you to get the power down that little bit quicker. Then the long left-hander into the tight turning left-hander, flat out now through the rights. And this became a really difficult corner on last year's game, if you remember, particularly for those drivers that like to drive with a much higher front wing. And into the final corner, shove it around, open up DRS again, and that one is a 32.8. That is what puts you into P2. Very good lap indeed from Snipes. Dan over the line to start a lap now as well. He comes and very good in his first run. A little surprised maybe actually that he's decided to go out again. I think the 34 is looking, the 33.4 is looking safe, I would have thought, but yellow flag, that flag is following a McLaren round. He appears to have stopped and allowed another car through. So, could be for that. Or perhaps he's recovering and just waited for another car to get past. Well, no, it looks like he's actually retired out. So that was Jacob retiring out. Good to be an on-track retirement. Alpine stays left so that the Alpha can make its way past. Down to the final corner then for Dan. Looks a decent lap. He comes 33.3, so it does improve. Improves by a 10th, just to make himself that little bit safer. Let's come down to the guys that are facing elimination then. Invalidation from boosted. So he is out. Sora improving by 2/10 through sector 1. Just check the others a second to see where they are. Orgasm second up. He's looking at the moment of going somewhere up where Sam and Hops are, maybe even Basher. That sort of 9th to 11th sort of area. Nicely done through the final corner, and a good lap from Orgasm. 135.5, P12. Was just behind Hops in the end. And let's come back down to Sora then. Yasin is finished as well, and he's out. Inkle also on a lap at the moment. I'm not 100% sure where he is. Has Sora done enough? It's Bridie's waiting, although he's out there as well, so both Alpines are in trouble. 32.7 from Sora, so he goes P2. It's Bright is into the pits, so It's Bright is out, and his teammate for the evening, or rival for the evening, whichever way round it is, get through. Well, it goes P14, so yes, is through. Dara is in trouble. Wasn't improving through sets of 2 as he found the time. No, he hasn't. Well, I'm amazed at that. Dara, 33.6 from Dara. It's not a bad lap. None of the laps are bad at all. They're all under 134. Very, very good from all of them, but Dara is well ahead of me on time trial at all the tracks, so I'm a little bit surprised at that one. I think she's showing a little bit of frustration at the end there. Atom's still out there, only 54.5 seconds down through sets of 2, so he might be able to get it back in the final sector. Well, he's got no fuel, so probably not. Just waiting for Atom then. I'm sure it's the pit seal. Tire away. Hopefully, fingers crossed for all of us, so we don't have to wait for him to go into the garage. Retire, Atom! Come on! No, we're gonna have to watch him get pushed into the garage, guys, and then just sit there while he gets his computer screen put in front of his face and everything. Unbelievable. So unlucky in a way to the drivers that we lose, as Atom does retire for us. There we go. Thank you, Atom. On we move, we'll go to Q2 and let's hope, fingers crossed, cross everything, that the Q2 glitch doesn't happen and disqualify someone at the start. So, in a way, top 15 are all through to Q2. I'm not going to read through them, but just to confirm, the names that are greyed out: Dara, It's Bright, Yasin, Boosted, and Kleber are all out of Q1. The rest of the field that are all through then covered by 1.25 seconds, which, when you consider how far Souza is, if you take him out of the equation, second down to 15th is covered by 0.75 seconds, so it's pretty darn close. That suggests that we're going to have a super close Q2 as well. Here we are, into Q2. Let's hope, as I say, that glitch doesn't occur. So there's a little glitch, just it doesn't happen every time at all, so let's just hope it doesn't happen tonight. But just as somebody is exiting the pits, doesn't have to be the first driver either, but as somebody exits the pits on their first attempt of Q2, it just disqualifies them for absolutely no reason. Let's hope, beyond hope, that doesn't happen tonight. Atom first out on track. And the Red Bull behind him out as well. That's Sora. Both out safely. So, any of you guys watching want to have a guess at all at what you think the cut-off time will be? So if you say the Q10, no, should we say P10 time or P11? I don't know. Yeah, P10. So what do you think the P10 time will be, the cut-off, sort of, you know, redo? Wait for Atom to make his way slowly round on his outlap, trying to get the heat into the tyres, get everything ready the way that he wants it to be. Let's go for that hot lap. So comes in down to the final corner. Doesn't go out wide. I thought he'd go out quite wide and then sort of cut back in to start a lap, but doesn't. Of course, every chance that any of these guys could be using scrub tyres for the first run in Q2. Don't forget that. So normally they've got plenty more in them. It's like Snipes has gone out on mediums for his first Q2 run. Some pretty good, has to be said. Sort of glide through the first sector in this sort of strange way. It doesn't necessarily look fast as such, but that was good from Atom. Yeah, all nice so far. This was when I was trying to improve my time trial. That was the corner. That right-hander was the corner that was catching me out every blooming time. So frustrated with it, but got it in the end. These right-handers, just an absolute dream this year to drive these. Very, very easy. A little bit of lag there. And into the final corner then, which all looks good as well. Gets a good exit. And that's a 33.6 to get us started. And as I say, every chance that's on a set of slightly worn tyres, scrub tyres. Sora then goes fastest on a 33.3. Who else we got? Jacob. Nearly everybody out on track. There's 3 drivers still in the pits, which are Dan, Hops and Owl. Everybody else is out. And then at the final corner, and here he comes, 34.2 for Jacob on his first run. So who can we get to next? There's a hat. Oh, that's an 8 lap. Fantastic. And so's that from Buford. Okay, yep. Can't find him. There we go. Basher. Shoe Basher. Into the final corner. Here he comes. They do 34.1 from Basher. Did go P3, but immediately knocked down again by... Is that Snipes, I think? No, it's not Snipes. Yes, it was. It was Snipes, indeed. He went on the mediums, 33.5. Very nice from Snipes. GSI Sam now. Uh, 46.2, so clearly something went wrong on that run. If we just at the hairpin, let's have a look. I think somebody else is further around. There's Meat Burrow. 1024 through the second sector. Then going 33.4. I think that's a good shout. I think that's a very good shout, mate. Just because I don't want to say the exact same as you, I'll go 33.3. But I think I probably would have said 33.4 actually, as a little guess. 32.9 then from Meatborough. Goes P1 for the moment. The Red Bull's looking tasty. Another couple lap down. I'm not sure. I think he is. The hairpin looked pretty good on the exit. Picks up the DRS. So, Atom already back 8 for another run. It's on his 8 lap. Just out the pits, so pretty much tells you straight away that he was definitely on a scrub set the first time, because he's immediately back 8. He'd have used the fresh set on the first run. I don't think he'd have been back 8 just yet. Waiting. And then we've done. It looks good. I'm on board. It's 34.1. We need to find some time to get through, but again, every chance that's a scrub set as well. Who else we got? Owl. There's the end of sector 2. 103.3, so we know that was half a second slower than Meatborough, but half a second slower than Meatborough at the moment is pretty good. Still put him in P3, so comes then. Pretty good through the final corner, and 34.3 indeed. Oh no, hang on, I said 33.4, didn't I? So yeah, 34.3. That's confusing. He goes P11. Hops good through the second sector and goes into P3 on the 33.4. Did I accidentally change driver or something? Here's Sousa then, and we're catching him right from the start of a lap as well. That's lovely. Sousa. Some lightning. 32.2 in Q1. Which is very much indicating that you can expect poles to be in the 31s tonight, guys. Long straight, and you notice he keeps the car over to the right hand side, and he's gaining thousandths by doing that, but you know, that's a racing driver for you. Just every little bit you can get. 101.9 through the second sector. That's like it's not far off a second faster than Meatborough was. So he is going. He may even go into the 31s here, guys. It's going to be mighty close in a way. Comes in, final corner. Here he goes, opens it up. 31.966. Give it a break. 1.4 seconds quicker than P3. Second quicker than P2. Scary. Okay, those guys have got a lot more time in them yet, but wow. So, 8 temps faster than my time trial. Max Sousa's gone now. I think I might go back to playing Tropico after this. Oh, Clam, you're disappointed in boosted. Oh dear, man. Best have words with your guy. Afterwards. So, hey, it's not what he does in qualifying now, is it? It's what he does in a race. You never know. He might make his way through quite nicely. Comes in at him into the final corner. It's not much quicker this time, hasn't it? So, yeah, improves by 5.5 tenths up into P3 on a 33.0. Now, Dan the man has told me quite reliably that the cut is going to be 33.4, so Atten should be safe on that. Snipes. Oh, just on the first sector here of the lap. My car seems to sort of dive out the way at the last second as he's coming round. So heading down then to the left-hander just before the end of sector 2. 2.2, which is pretty handy. That's not that far off of Mark Souza. 2 tenths. Yeah, at the moment he'd be flying into P2 on this time. Looking like he's going to do a low to medium 32. A little bit sensitive through the blind left-hander, it looked to me. Still, I don't think he's going to lose that much from that. So here you go, yeah, mid 32, 32.4. It's in P2, and I'm positive that's going to be safe. And starting another lap. Let's just look where Sam is. He's a bit further around. It's the hairpin. PB at the moment in this session of one. Oh, that sounds like he's backed out. An engine that is not going flat out, so let's go back then. And finds just over a quarter of a second in just the first sector. Already putting into the 33s. A little toe there. And straight. Just coming up to the end of the second sector. Let's see. Much improved. 102.3. So that's only about 4 tenths off of Souza at that point. So should be somewhere around Snipes. Should be at least splitting Snipes and Meatball here, you would think. Here he comes. And, well, 3.30 in the end, so lost quite a bit of time in the final sector from where he was at the end of the second, but that should be okay. And we got a bit further around. This is Wargasm, who's on a big improvement, 3/4 of a second up. Continue the trend of improvement here. He could put himself right in the mix. Yeah, 3.30, so improves by just over 9 tenths, and that puts him into P6. As Beeford crosses the line, 35.5 as Beeford in B10. He's in trouble. Lewis just missed what his second sector time was there. Here comes out the final corner anyway, and he manages good. It's 32.5, that puts him into P3, and that knocks out Beeford. So we've definitely lost Beeford, we've lost Basher. Here comes Kinkle over the line, 33-2. That puts him into P8. Hops over the line, goes P5. Jacob. Owl across the line, where did he go? He went P10. Could be enough. But no, Jacob goes into P6. So that knocks Owl back down. And that is it. It's an exciting end, and we were both wrong then. Dan the man, the cutoff was 33.091. So I don't think we're a million miles away, were we? It's quite a hard one to guess, I think. It's very, very impressive from them drivers. But Sousa through as fastest once again then. Snipes not a million miles away though. And Sora, well, yeah, both Red Bulls looking good. So I'll confirm the drivers that we've lost now at the end of Q2. So King Core doing his lap on mediums, which is an odd choice for Q2, but there you go. Anyway, yeah, so we lose Al, King Core, Sam, Beeford and Basher out of Q2. Our top 10 shootout will be between Wargasm, Atom, Dan, Hops, Jacob, Meatbro, Lewis, Sora, Snipes and Sousa. Good luck to those guys. That's all the incidents in Q2, just in case they're wanted. I've got to do that for Q1, sorry. But, there we go. And we'll move on to the pole position shootout. So, pole time, we've already seen the 31. 31.9 from Mark Sousa. How much faster can he go? I mean, you've got to. Let's be honest. He's massive favourite. Clearly, just purely on the basis of what we've seen so far, he's massive favourite to take pole. But say, just how much quicker can he go than 31.9? That's already in the realms of like dreaming for me doing that sort of time. So I don't. Hard to say really for me how much faster, but I'm sure he hasn't used all of the talent up in Q2, so we've got to assume he's going to be able to go faster. I guess the bigger question will be how much faster can everybody else go? Is there anybody in the field that is maybe hiding the fact a little bit that they actually are going to be able to challenge Sousa or not, really? Well, your tip for pole is through into Q3, so still alive. That's Sora. So, bro, just got overtook there by Atom. So Atom's become the first one on track. So we'll switch to Atom, who is the man, by the way, who asked me to, well, he asked in the commentary chat in FGR, sorry, in FGR, in GRL. That's twice in 2 weeks I've done that. I've said FGR instead of GRL. I'm not even in FGR. Sorry, Adam. Please don't be mad at me. Yeah, he asked in the commentary chat if anybody would like to do it, and once my seat got taken for the night, decided to do commentary instead then. So Atom across the line. Here he comes. Up to turn 1. Backsat immediately. I think he had a little lock up, I'm not 100% sure. So we'll go back to Meet Burl. Section 1. Nicely on the power out of that section of corners. So, part of what's good about COTA, isn't it? Is the differences in the sectors. You know, a bit like Brazil. The first sector in Brazil is all about flat out speeds. It's kind of the opposite way round here to Brazil. So, first sector here is all about your cornering ability. Second sector is all about your straight line speed. And then the third sector goes back to cornering ability, whereas Brazil's the opposite way around. It's straight line speed, cornering ability, and then straight line speed again. So I'm going to take a wild stab that Sousa will be pole with a 1 minute 31.6 is what I'm going to go. Anybody else wants to have a stab as a guess? As Meat Brawl goes 32.4. That's the best we've seen from him so far today. And Sora 32.7. Atom we saw backed out in a way. Here is Sousa. At the final corner. He's a little bit wide on the exit, but 31.7 from Sousa puts in the fastest. It's a little bit wider. Talking millimetres, by the way. It's not much. Wargasm has gone P4 on a 33.6. As Dan takes that off him of 33.0. This is snipes that we're on board with. It's very strong so far, all the way through quali. Comes in, opens it up, and that's 32.2. Goes into P2. Really hotting up now the challenge for those top places. Still looks like Mike Sousa's got it nailed on for pole, but yeah, it goes directly behind him. I'm just creeping that little bit closer all the time. It's clever, really, because Mark keeps improving his time, and yet the guys behind him keep getting that little bit closer all the time. So Sniper's time is faster than Sousa did in Q1, so he's in the right ballpark, certainly. Yeah, that's right, Reed. It's still a good lap though for Meatball. That's the best he's done so far tonight. But I feel he's going to have that in his mind a little bit. He's going to know there's more time in there when he goes for the final go. It's kind of nice to have that feeling though when you go on your final run, I think. So hops into P7 on a 33.2, so that's everybody's first runs done. Atom in the end went for a second lap and he managed a 32.6, which has him in P4 at the moment. So Lewis didn't get a proper lap on the board. I don't think he's having another go. No, he's not. He's driving slowly, so he ain't got time in a way, has he? So to pit at the end of this lap, so in order to have another go. So we're going to have hopefully everybody out for a final run. But, still think Sousa looks like he's got this nailed down. Wonder if he'll actually feel like he needs to come out again. Might just feel like he fancies coming out again, just see how quick he can go. Makes his way back, no fuel left. Same for hops by the looks of it. And Lewis is just entering the pits now. Lewis or Louis, might be Louis, like French, like King Louis. King Louis from the Jungle. Well, there was King Louis of France, wasn't there? But King Louis was actually from the Jungle Book when he was the monkey. Wanna be like you, wanna walk like you, talk like you. That guy. So, anyway. Hey James, King Julian from Madagascar. Oh, what a film! Coming to America. Was it? No, that wasn't coming to America. Was it King Julian? I think I might have forgotten about that. Coming to America was the Eddie Murphy film. I can't remember now. I can't remember. You'll have to enlighten me, James. Oh no, I know now. King Julian from you mean Madagascar's the film you're talking about, isn't it? King Julian in that. Yeah, I do remember now. Okay. Oh. Hang on, we got somebody on an outlap. Thank goodness. I thought I was gonna have to do another Jungle Book song for a moment, just to keep everybody entertained. Thank you, Reedy. I've only seen those Madagascar films once, James, so that's why it didn't come to mind. So, Orgasm first out for the final run. Second out is Mark Souza. And he's not far. Well, there he is, just behind us. So, I think we'll probably go to Souza's lap just because we're seeing from him tonight is quite remarkable. Do worry out though, Souza. Well, he needs to create a gap, doesn't he, to the Haas. So this is the downside of being fast, Souza. Got to create bigger gaps to the cars in front of you than everybody else has to. I mean, if we wait much longer, I'll go back to Orgasm. Here he comes then, across the line. What can he do, guys? What do you think he can do? When I said 31.60, and I had at the start of Q30, so watch this man for one lap from on board, see what he can do, and see if we can learn anything, I guess. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Sector 1. So he's a slightly wider line than what we've seen everybody else. He gets a little bit oversteery on the exit. Is that enough to actually ruin his lap? I'm trying to look at his steering wheel, but see fine on his steering wheel. Unless it's that. If it's that, then he is green. So he comes up to the end of... No, he's way down, in fact. So what I see on the steering wheel isn't right. So, Orgasm just on his way round to finish the lap. He's half a second up. Missing up above Hops. In fact, he gets down as well and goes P6. Nice. Orgasm. Let's go to the next. Oh, Atom's invalidated his final run. Lewis 102.2 through sector 2, so he's looking decent. That's got to be up in the meat broil territory, surely. Nailed his final sector. Maybe a little bit much curve on the inside, but not bad. And he's out across the line, 32.9, so only P7 in the end. Surprises me. And come down to the final corner. Dan's what can he do? 32.8, that puts him P6. Hops is invalidated. Snipes into the pits in a way. Micro ever so slightly down him through sector 2, and I think that led to him just trying to pinch it a little bit on the final corner there, but he's done a good job anyway. He's ended up P4, just behind teammate Sora for the evening. So Souza takes pole as we suggested. It was 31.7 in the end then. Snipes P2, brilliant lap from Snipes, 32.2. Sora 32.3 with Meat Bro just 300s behind that in P4. Jacob in 5, 32.4, 32.6 for Atom. But of course didn't get that second run on the board, so he's done that with his first run, so it's decent from Atom. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, Rocky Bots Chop. So you're Souza then. You're Mark Souza. Okay, yeah. So there you go. So if you didn't lose force feedback, guys, I would have got the prediction right with a 31.6. It's now well done, though, man, on your pole position. Very nice lap indeed. A full second quicker than my time trials. Oh dear. Actually, my quali lap here the other night would have had me starting in P9, which is I'm slightly proud of with these guys. So there you go. Anyway, Souza followed by Snipes, pit seals out the first row. Sora, Meat Bro, Jacob, Atom, Dan, Wargasm, Lewis, and Hops feel like the top 10. Brilliant qualifying. Let's hope the race is as good. Let's hope they take a break, so I really need a coffee. Oh my god, it's raining. That ain't rain, that's a monsoon. There ain't no way that's intermediates. That is a monsoon on track. That is, in real life, you would not be allowed to out on track in this weather. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, guys, I'm hoping I'm going to take a quick break, so I'm just going to not hang about. I'm going to quickly go and get my coffee. I will see you in a moment. Okay guys, so back with you, and I'm just waiting for the shout out to go out. Quick look in Discord, see if anything is being said, what's going on. Nope, not a lot going on in Discord. Oh, what's that I'm saying? Oh, okay, that's just telling me what to join. HRF1, they're racing tonight. So they've had a few problems in their lobby tonight. Right, anyway, hopefully someone's going to say go soon. Right, what's happened? I've been booted, for God's sake. Right, hopefully I'll get in quick enough and we won't miss anything. I wonder if that's why the break seems so long for me, because perhaps I'd already disconnected. I hope not. I hope I've not. Oh, I pressed A then instead of Y, but it won't matter because they've got full grid. Thank goodness. Right, we are on track and we are on lap 1, so I do apologise guys, we've missed the start, but I got back in as quick as I could. I wasn't at the Xbox when it actually disconnected, so I didn't quite see it. So, as you can see from our graphic there, everybody is on the full wet tyres do apologise for missed the start. Snipes is up to first, so he's past Souza. Atom up 3 places, Dan up 3 places, so third and fourth. Owl up 5 as Dara and Hops battle. Dara off to an absolute blinding start, up 9 places. This battle seems it's lagging around a bit for me on my screen, so we can get through it. Really want to see this properly tonight. Please don't start being a pain. So, where have we got a battle then? Here's Sora, very, very close to the back of Atom. Right down for the hairpin. What sort of exit can Sora get? Bad. He may, off the slipstream, get an opportunity here. The problem is when you move out of the slipstream, you suddenly stop. Oh, they have a bit of contact. Dear, they're going to be finding themselves under attack from Owl as well. Stora P5, Owl's up to 6, Dara drops to P7, but he's still up 9 places from the start. As somebody's dropping down, is that Beeford? No, Beeford gained a place there on Louis. Oh, so pretty much free wide on exit, and going into the fast right-handers. Oh, as really the 2 inside had a little bit of contact, and Louis, who had bit of a run on them, suddenly had to brake. More contact going on between Beeford and Meatborough. So Meatborough down 6 from the start. He's had a tough start, clearly. It's now exceptionally close battling. In the end, I think Meatborough decided he didn't want any more of that, and there's an Alpine round. And that is King Cool. And he's going to lose out to the Ferrari of Boosted as well. There he goes, and Wargasm gets 5 seconds for corner cutting. Oh, and that's Meatborough is round. Well, just past the end of sector 1. What's happened? It's Jimmy Bash will see if there's anything he can do. More guys is into the pits. He's serving those 5 seconds. Obviously, these weather conditions, you never count out a potential safety car. Dara now up 11 places. He's up into P5. As we watch this move, it lags all over the place again. Why is it suddenly starting to do this? It's so frustrating. Let's go to Dara. He's attacking Sora. It's almost like he's the only one that knew it was going to rain, and he's the only one that's put on a wet setup. He's absolutely flying. Bit of a rainmaster on our hands, I think. Just drops off the back a little bit. But yellow flags coming up, and Meatborough is out. Meatborough has retired in the pit lane. Definitely won't cause any safety cars, guys. It's an in the pit lane retirement from Meatborough. Disappointing to see. I only assume he had some sort of damage or something that was going to for his race too much, and we've got so many others. There's Merc on the inside here as well. Dara makes a move. Can he get at him as well? good view of it here, really. And they catch the back of that Ferrari. Not that Ferrari, that's Mark Souza. Very well they're going. How well is Snipes going at the front? 7 seconds out. Yellow flags. Appears to be Kleber, I think. The 18. But Dara, in the end, comes out of that in P2. It's extraordinary. Up 14 places. He's absolutely flying. Snipe sets another fastest lap of the race. And Souza's into the pits. Oh, and it's a retirement. It's a retirement from Souza. Oh, what a shame. Lose Souza and Meatborough from the race. What a shame. A little battle here between Sam and Hobbs. So they come through set to 1. And in the end, it looks like Sam comes out on top. I don't know if there's a little bit of contact or whether Hobbs just got a little bit out of shape there, but there you have it. And the yellow flag there is Mark Souza's car has come back out onto track. So, oh, Sam is now out, and that's on track. That's on track, and that is a full set to yellow. I'm not sure what we've got yet. It's no, yes I am. It's a full safety car. It's a full safety car. So anybody who was retired out of this race in the pits, shame on you, because whatever your situation, you would be right back in this now. Nice. Oh, and our leader, Snipes, has picked up a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Oh, there's going to be some swear words going on there. There is going to be some swearing in that cockpit right now. So, said it is a full safety car. Into the pits is Snipes. Let's get the tyres up a second. Double check that they are. Yeah, he has changed to another set of full wets. Don't know what the weather is, so don't know if we're expecting it to dry up at some point. So, I only assume that Snipes there has thought, well, do you know what, I've got to serve a drive-through in a way after the safety car comes in, so why not pit now, get a new set of boots, so that we've got fresher tyres than everybody else, and then serve the drive-through when we restart. Seems to make sense. Four drivers down in the first 6 laps. And 2 of them definitely retired in the pits, and I'm not sure. I'm actually not. Yeah, no. Looking at it, Kleber must have retired in the pits as well because he's got 0 lap wets on, so there must be 3 retirements in the pits. And Sam is the one who unfortunately crashed and caused the safety car. So no, I really don't know why people retire in the pits that early on. I know there's some issues with the game, but so there's a 5-second penalty came up there. Let's just have a quick look at the pens quickly, because I'm not sure exactly where everything's got. We know Snipes has got that drive through. So there's 5 seconds for Atom, 5 seconds for Wargasm. Sure. scopers for tyres getting to the end of this race, but we are expecting to stay full wet. Would have pit stop have been late enough here in order to get to the end? I'm not sure. But Atom is in. So Atom is in, presumably because he wants to get rid of the 5 seconds. Here he comes. There'll be a moment where the engineer on the right rear almost forgot that he had to serve 5 seconds first. So does serve. He also gets a fresh new wing as well, a front wing as well. So that's, I think the front wing will be the main reason he's pitted. Then getting rid of the 5 seconds helps as well, of course. Fresh tyres. So I've not had a proper wet race yet in this. I have done some intermediate running, but I haven't done full wet races yet. So I'm not sure how good the tyres are for going the full race, or whether generally need a pit stop or not. Early on in the lap here, so safety car will be in the end of this lap, but we're quite early on in the lap, so I'm going to see if I can put you guys onto a advert quickly. Definitely, without a doubt so far, Dara is the out and out outstanding performer. Al's having a great race as well, up 7 places. Dara up 15, Sora's up 1, Dan up 4, Al up 7. Other brilliant starts or brilliant movement so far. We've got Beeford up 6, Yasin up 9. Boosted up 6 as well. Well, I thought the safety car was going to come in this lap, but Morgasm hasn't caught it, so I don't know if there's any little tactics involved there from Morgasm to keep it out, or whether he's just not managed to catch it. I've no idea. But regardless, we will be doing another lap under the safety car. Assumed he was going to catch it from where he was, but maybe not. I assume some of those guys that retired out were having issues that he would have otherwise. No, Mike Souza mentioned in the chat there that he lost force feedback on his final run in qualifying. So maybe it's happening again. Little tip out there for guys regarding the force feedback. I don't think this works for everyone, but it's worth a go if you're somebody that's suffering with it, I would imagine. But generally, I've been told, I'm a pad player, okay, so I'm not an expert on this, but I've been told by people that use the wheel that they've basically solved their force feedback issues simply by in between sessions turning their wheels off and on again. Because they said they seem to have it whenever they get to an hour. Whenever they get to an hour of using the wheel without turning it off and on, they seem to get the issues. So they find that if they reset in between sessions, that they generally don't get the issues. As I said, I have been told by others that it didn't work for them, so I don't think it's one of those things that is a sort of cure for all, but if you give it a go and it works for you, then it'll get you through until they fix it properly. In the pack quite tight at the moment. There's some eager drivers. The safety car is in the pit lane, so he is free to go whenever he wants now. That is exactly what he's done. Oh! That's Owl's just got a bit out of shape while getting on the power on the restart. And he drops a place, but then gets it back as Jacob loses 2. See inside here then, that's Snipes, who is looking to get back up the grid, but of course has the drive-through, so there's only so much he can do. I guess the further up he is when he takes the drive-through, the less he'll have to make up afterwards, but in terms of time, I mean, he's going to obviously drop to the back, but Yasin picks up a penalty. Very, very tight here between Lewis and Snipes. Doesn't want to ruin his race by losing a wing. That would be the silliest thing to do. So, Lewis gets past Owl then. Snipes looking to get them as well. Let's go to this one. So Snipes this time does get past Owl, and he's back onto the back to Lewis. Oh, you could see that coming an absolute mile off. Snipes, not good there from Snipes at all, I'm afraid. He's always going to turn in. Wouldn't have had any proximity arrow there. So Snipes into the pits then to serve the drive-through penalty that he picked up under safety car. So he will drop to... I think he will drop to the back. It's just whether he actually drops behind Yasin. I'm not 100% on that. So let's get back out. Oh! And that is the Alpine of King Cool is round again in this race. That looked like it was probably a contact as well. Oh, Atom's round now as well. It's all going wrong. That's a reset to track from Atom. That's surely a bit naughty from the boss man. So Dara doing very nicely at the front. He's scored out 2.7 now. Take that 3.5. Goodness me. How did he just pull out 0.8 of a second? Like it's absolutely nothing. It's absolutely flying out there. So let's head down to somewhere we might have a bit more of a battle going on. That's boosted. I've had a little. Maybe boosted. Might have had a moment. Atom got back ahead. Oh, Atom's in to the pits. As is King Cool as well. And Yasin, 3 drivers into the pits. Let's switch it back to the tyres then. I'm just wondering, yeah, it is a call. They are making a call. Atom, King Cool, and Yasin all move to the intermediate tyres. They are making the call. They feel it is drying up enough. So Atom's, yes, he dropped down from where he was, Atom, but he was still in the mix. So that's clear. That is a genuine call there. He's not. I don't think that's one of those where he's just sort of said, "Well, I may as well just do this and let's see if anything happens." I think it's a genuine call as it's bright as round. Start of sector 2, and we have it. Oh, let's go up to Jacob. He's now on the back of Owl and Lewis, who are still battling away. So in fact, Owl's actually gone past Lewis, isn't he? So Owl is up into P5. See, there's good and bad things about the rain when it rains like this. I think it can take away the excitement a little bit. We know that it can affect the racing and overtaking opportunities, but we've seen plenty of overtaking here today. So, well, Jacob's continuing on. He feels like he can still make do on the wets, as does Dan. But Dara, Sora, both in for inters. So Hops on the 5-lap wets. He doesn't want to pit. He wants to stay out. He wants the wets to be okay, to carry on. But the truth is, visually, I can't say this is an absolute definite intermediate track yet. It's not looking great, but it does visually to me look like it's raining less than it was earlier. It's still raining hard, but it just looks like it's raining less than it was earlier. Dara exited the pits right on top of Hops. I think just, well, the thing is, it's hard to say. Dara's been exceptionally quick all race, so it's really hard to say based on that. But look how quickly he's catching the McLaren now. I think this track is intermediate ready somehow. Yeah, so look, Sora's flying up onto the back of Hops as well. We are definitely past the point where the wets are actually working. Dara makes the move on Jacob and is up into P2 again. He's absolutely flying towards victory at the moment, Dara. I'm guessing would usually be commentating. So. Right. Battle's going on down here. This is Snipes trying to get back past Basher as he looks to. Oh, Basher's Basher there on the right rear. Dara takes the lead then as Dan. Well, those that remained out on the wets are now in for the intermediate tyres. Snipes wants past, doesn't he? And he's got it now. It's Basher under a lot of pressure there. Basher not able to come back at him. I think that would be Snipes through into P11. And see him trying to get a better run out of turn 1 here. Quite happen for him, and Hops just needs a little bit of time to get the tyres up to temperature. It doesn't take anywhere near as long as it did on 22, but still need a little bit of time, I feel. Maybe a quarter of a lap or so, quarter to half a lap, I think. But confident on the brakes there from Snipes, and he's got that done. That was actually a fantastic move, I'll say. That was confidence on the brakes. Didn't show his hand too early either. He didn't move to the inside too early. Left it quite late to go to the inside to make the move. And oh, hello. Hops, I think, tried to do it back to him, but completely misses the corner. was quite funny. What else we got going on? Anything? There's a few penalties popping up. Sora takes fastest lap at this point now. So is there a little suggestion then that now the intermediates are really starting to bed in that Dara's clear pace advantage might be changing a little bit? Maybe it isn't. Maybe Dara really had been the only one to go with a fullback setup. Perhaps that's why he struggled a bit in qualifying to where he expected him to be. And but why he's been so fast in the race up to now. But now the track is a lot drier than it was earlier. He's clearly losing time. He's losing it quite quickly at the moment as well. Snipes right on the back of Jacob now. Wasn't close enough to do the same move as he did on Hops, but he's going to get a chance here, surely. Fully alongside. And, actually slightly ahead as they go into braking, so it's a much more comfortable move that time for Snipes, but he's making his way through the back through the field nicely at the moment. He's got a bit of a gap this time, so 5 seconds he needs to make up to King Cool, although of course he has a penalty, so at the end of the race he won't need to actually get past to take that place, but presumably he's probably setting his sights a little bit further up the road than that. So trying to look where we might actually have a battle. We've got Dan very close to the back of Owl. Don't know if we really suggest he's close enough at the moment. Actually, funny enough, Jacob is having a look back at Snipes here, so as right now, this is looking like our best opportunity. Say that. No, Dan is definitely a lot closer as well, so let's go to this. Dan in the Alfa Romeo, looking at Al in the Haas for P5. Sure what penalties they've got at the moment, so we're not going to look at that right now. We'll worry about that a little bit later in the race, but side by side as they exit the hairpin. Oh, that was odd. Probably Dan didn't get told to give that place back. I'm not quite sure what that was, unless Dan felt he did something wrong in the overtake and felt that he should give it back or something like that. I'd like to think that the guys are sporting enough to do that sort of thing if they feel they've done something wrong. And I think actually the vast majority of drivers at league race, I think, probably do, if they absolutely believe they've just done something wrong while making an overtake. I think I'd say a good 95% of drivers that league race, they honestly feel they've done something wrong, will move over and allow the driver back through. 5% of that 95% then bang them back off track when they can't make the move again, but so Dan passed out and into P5, and he'll be looking for Louis next, who's 3.5 seconds up the road, so not going to be easy. Just to said earlier on that lead that Dara had seemed to be slipping away from him. It's just stayed at around 3.6 seconds now, so we don't seem to losing it anymore. This Atom is penalty free, of course, and really coming up onto the back of Owl. Nothing like the incentive of a couple of cars ahead of you having a, well, yeah, the couple of cars directly ahead of you having penalties when you're penalty free. Seems to give you a little boost. Here on the back of L. We then got King Cool directly behind us, and Snipes is catching quickly. Look, that's already down to 1 second. That was a 5-second gap. Well, that's a little look here at Atom. So couldn't get the power down quite as well. Some holds on to that. Dan has gotten nicely away from Al, about 2.5 seconds, but at the same time he's not closing the gap to Louis. Lewis, I'm not sure which. Here he goes then. The inside King Cool, and look at Snipes, he's taking advantage. And he's managed to get past as well as Atom loses 2 places from nowhere, really. Not giving up on Snipes though. Snipes will have the inside. Atom not able to get switched back, but he doesn't need to because he's got the inside in the next corner. However, the Alpine's going to get in his way a little bit, but the Alpine gets slightly out of shape and gives Snipes a little bit of a shove to the outside. Snipes gets a lovely little switch. Oh! Goodness me, King Cool loses it. And whether under contact or whether under acceleration, I'm not sure. But Atom up to P7, then Snipes into P8, and very much over the back at the moment. And somebody's had was a little bit further down as well. I think it's right. I'm not sure. Oh, now Jacob's joined the action. All of a sudden we've got 3 cars battling again. What's going on? Once one falls out of the battle, somebody else joins. Jacob, like Atom, Jacob is penalty free, so you'll be smelling points. Latest news at the front, 3.2 seconds to gap now as we have a virtual safety car. He's a virtual, the full safety car has not appeared. Assume that it's Yasin, I'm not sure. Ooh, hello. There's something going on there. Nope, Snipes and Jacob are actually switched. What's going on? Snipes is letting him through. So you saw there from Snipes, he just left the track slightly to allow Jacob through for whatever reason. Not sure what that reason was, but now Jacob lets him back through. I don't know what these two are playing at. Are still under the virtual safety car. I don't think Darrow will mind that little break. James. Oh, Sora pitted under the VSC to get fresh intermediates. So Right, well, he's now got fresh tyres to go after Dara, but the gap is 15 seconds, so that's going to be a big ask. However, it also means almost certainly you feel he's probably safe from, as long as he doesn't do anything silly, he's safe from behind as well. So he's, with that pit stop, he's consolidated P2, you would feel. And you think that he's going to be simply driving forward and just seeing what happens with the gap to Dara. I mean, it's continuously falling at the moment as he continuously gets away from Beeford as well. So, I mean, that's a great call from Sora. Why not? Why not stick a new set of boots on and just see what happens? And if he finds, look, it's 10 laps remaining. Yeah, well, including this one, that is. So we've got, when they cross the line, it'll be 9 laps remaining. And he'll need to take just over a second a lap to be on the back of Dara by the end of the race. And at the moment, he's taking more than that at the moment. Oh, I think that might be boosted. It is. As he's running, that's coming out of the hairpin. And that's King Cool going past, he pitted as well. I'll tell you what, Sora is absolutely flying, and if he keeps catching at this rate, he will catch with time to spare. So this could be the call of the century, to be honest. As King, oh no, it's not King Cool. My apologies. It's Bright this time. The other Alpine having a moment. The final sector. Right, have we got any actual battles on? Atom to Jacob here is the closest we've got in a moment, but so we don't have any particular battles going on. But right now, so I've got to say it again, guys, Sora is absolutely flying. He's already taken over a second this lap. And they're just gone into sector 3, so the time gain may sort of drop slightly as we go through the laps. He's taking a second and a half this lap now. If he takes a second and a half, he's going to catch him with laps to spare. So 2 seconds this lap now. Well, if he keeps going at 2 seconds a lap, he's going to catch him around about lap 25, which, the fact that Dara has a penalty as well, he doesn't actually have to get past him, does he? He just needs to catch him or get within that penalty range. Doesn't need to overtake him, the racing driver, so I'm sure he will if he can. But look, he's already pulled out 7.5 seconds to Beeford. The fresh tyre thing going on here is crazy. It's crazy how much difference they're making. Ow, into the pits. I mean, I'm not being funny, but Dara's crossed the line and he's done 9 laps on those inters. It's not as if he's done even half a race yet. And the amount of time that a fresh set is making up on him is insane. Others maybe hearing this and realising this and taking stops themselves, so Owl in for a fresh set now. I mean, I'll be absolutely, I can't believe what I'm seeing, guys. I cannot believe how big the advantage that Sora has got is. They go through it, graining on intermediates like they do on the slicks. I mean, is Dara going through graining, and that's why he's losing extra time? So will Sora, I was going to call him Dora then. Will Sora have to go through same thing. Going faster and faster as well. He's just gone half a second faster than his last lap. I think now, on lap 22, I think Darrell will be looking at that, and I don't think he will be able to quite believe how quickly that gap's come down, and you know, surely he'll also be thinking, well, what can I do? There's nothing I can do against this. I wonder if Sora knew this. I would imagine... I can't really believe that Sora realised he'd be able to catch like this. You know, maybe he was throwing the dice a little bit, but it's time game is insane. Let's here we go. Sure, and Al with the tyre advantage, but he's gone too deep into turn 1 there. He has to... Oh, sorry, what's going on here? Sorry, Al. No, Al gets the move done. Somebody, oh, sorry, I was on board with Basher, not Al. So Basher. And allowed Al through. I think that's it. I'm not really sure what just happened. But look at this, Sora. That car ahead of us is Dara. Now, we've not looked at the penalty, but we know that that penalty won't be any less than 3 seconds. We know that. So, going from looking like an almost guaranteed to win this race, Dara, he's absolutely looking like he's guaranteed to lose it now. And again, this is looking like an absolute masterclass from Sora. I still can't believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe he's shutting the gap this quickly. I just had a little thought there. I just thought, did we lose Dara at some point and I didn't see it or something like that? But no, he's clearly there. Not ghosted, he's still driving. So he's got a massive gap to Beeford, but it's looking like the race win is going to be stolen off of him by Sora. And I'm sure any of you watching, myself as well, and any of the guys that watch this stream back will be making notes of this from Sora, because this is the sort of situation you see happen quite a lot. And now comes the question, does he bother to overtake or does he just drive behind him to the end? He's got to overtake. I think he's got to overtake simply because if there was a safety car, he'd want to be the leader of the two. So Snipes battling now with Wargasm. Let's just go down to that one. And still battling, but it looks like Snipes gets the better exit, and he is through. Let's go back to our leaders. Al gets past Wargasm as well. With fresher tyres. Yeah, look at that. That looks to me. Sora absolutely had to put back out. He's got to back out because he's got too much grip and he's just getting too close to Dara. Dara's having to slow down that much more in the corners. I cannot believe the difference that getting fresh tyres has made for Sora. In last year's game, the difference would have hardly been there at all. So you can't blame Dara. You wouldn't have been thinking that this was going to be the case. He struggles to make the corner there, Dara, but maybe I could have at all. No, it's this sort of corner where Sora's just gonna so much more. Goes for a switchback, look, and he's got it. He's got it. Has he? No, somehow Dara edges away again. Wow, I don't know how Dara's actually withstanding this. It's part of me doesn't understand why he's bothering to withstand this, because he's got a penalty in a way, but I guess they're out there for a bit of fun, and that's what they're having right now. That's what they're doing. So we come round onto the straight once more. So on lap 25, this one 3 more times. We're going to go down the straight. Again, Sora gets the run. Then he pulls out of the slipstream, look. And seems to lose the pace advantage when he does that. So it definitely looks like to me like Dara is almost certainly running a lower wing. GSR Levi has joined. A bit late. Levi. He's left again now. It's unbelievable to think that Sora was catching up. Well, some of the laps he caught up were over 2 seconds a lap, and now he's actually on the back of Dara. Just can't get past him. It's incredible. So Dara, you may have a penalty, Dara, but he's absolutely within his rights to do this. And who's to say that Sora won't pick up a penalty himself at some point? Dara doesn't know. He doesn't know what warnings Sora's got. He might be on his last warning. So, I'm just going to have a look at race director, but just keep an eye on this a second. I thought maybe Sora was going to get an opportunity into the hairpin, but still doing. Right, just going to quickly look at the race director. Warning. He's got 2 warnings, so ultimately Sora is on 2 warnings here, so absolutely, but yeah, I mean absolutely, Dara should absolutely be fighting for this. Still 2 more laps after this one. And it takes one little moment for Sora to run wide. Just, I wonder if that is actually sort of on Sora's mind a little bit, and that's making it even harder for him to get past. He doesn't obviously want to get a warning and then and therefore a penalty. In his attempts to get past. I must admit, if I was on 2 warnings, like Sora is now, he's got a clear place advantage. There's no, you know, Dara's not going to disappear 3 seconds down the road from him. I think personally, with 2 laps to go, I think this is the moment I would probably say that's enough. I'm gonna just settle in behind. Hops has left the session. He's out. I didn't see his retirement, but he is out. Snipes makes a move on Atom. That is into turn 1. Snipes now back up to P6. Oh, as they finally... Oh, no, he's completely run wide. Has Sora in his desperation to get past. Well, just didn't make the corner at all, but luckily he didn't get a warning. They've treated us to a fantastic battle at the end of this race. So certainly thank you for that. His defence has actually got to give it to Dara. His defence here has been absolutely superb, and so I think there is, as I said before, I think there is a little bit for Sora because you must know he's on 2 warnings. So I think that a little bit has just made him a bit wary of making a move of any kind. And, he's just dropping back off him, but I think that's deliberate. I don't think he's suddenly a lot slower. Now on the final lap, and he's just going to cruise behind, about a second behind, as you can see. I'm just going to bring the pens up now, so yeah, there is 3 seconds, as is Beeford in P3, so he's looking like he may well lose out to the Williams of Louis. And Dan, 3 seconds, Snipes, 3 seconds, Atom. Owl also 3 seconds, 6 seconds for King Cool. At the moment, Wargasm is just outside that. King Cool wouldn't lose anything. Boosted 9 seconds, but at the back, so not gonna make any difference to him. So, it's been a super performance from these two in a way. They have been head and shoulders above, and you've got to give it to Dara, who is going to cross the line first. So congratulations to Dara for crossing the line first, but it is going to be the race win for Sora due to the penalty. Dara in P2, Beeford, I feel like he's going to cross the line in P3, but it will be Louis. Not anything incredible happening in the final corner. It will be Louis who gets promoted up to the finals podium's position. Beeford P4, then Dan for P5 here. Snipes has certainly had an entertaining race. Finishes P6. Atom in P7, but he's going to drop behind Jacob. So Jacob moves into P7, Atom P8, Owl in 9, King Cool in the end takes P10. Wargasm has done well today, I think. I think Wargasm's had a decent little race. Finishes P11. Basher has a spin across the line just for the fun. P12 boosted. A little way behind, but he's going to come through in P13. So at some point, he's gotten ahead of it, Sprite, but unfortunately the 9 second penalties do mean that he's going to drop back behind when they both cross the line. Now the game's just DNF'd King Cool, but he did definitely finish. And there we have it. So boosted, it's actually P14, not P13. It's Bright was P13, King Cool was P12. You might want to be a bit careful of that in your league races, guys. If the game's going to do that and DNF you when you go across the line, if you do one of those crashes across the line, I wouldn't assume, personally, I'd never assume anything, so I wouldn't assume that your league would just automatically reinstate you to whatever position it was, I would either double check that or just don't do it. I think that's probably the easiest way. But it's no good doing it and then after moaning if you don't get put back into the position, because ultimately ignorance is not an excuse. So there we have it then. Sora takes the win with fastest lap. Well done to him. Dara P2. Are they all Xbox? Oh no, Louis PC. Okay. No, we won't do the interviews tonight anyway, guys. Bloody tired. Anyway, Sora takes the win. Driver of the day definitely goes to Dara though. 16th on the grid. Takes P2. And unlucky that it's not a win. Just that 3-second penalty has cost him that. But a great drive. And I'm sure he won't believe how quick Sora picked up or made up that time after that pit stop. I'd love to scroll through the incidents for you guys, but there's too many. I didn't leave enough time. So there we go, guys. That was GRL versus CRL. I haven't got a clue who won. No, I think GRL has come out on top, but by a little bit actually. But there we have it. It was a decent race in the end. I think what made it a bit confusing for us watching, I think, unfortunately, because I got kicked out of the lobby at the start, we completely missed the start of the race. So I think something happened at the start that we didn't see. But there we have it. But in a way, after that, and once it did get going, once that safety car came in, the race seemed to brighten up a bit, and we had some good overtaking, good racing in the wet, and I am still absolutely lost for words at how quickly the lead was cut down and snatched away from Dara. But regardless, Dara, you did exceptionally well tonight, man. So fair play, you take my driver of the day. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to do the podium interviews tonight. I'm going to leave that tonight. But thank you ever so much to all of you that watched along with me, and those that you have made comments as well and kept me entertained. Thanks to everybody that watches the stream back at a later point. I really appreciate it, as do the drivers as well. They appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. So thank you very much. I myself will be back tomorrow night for a WAOF1 race, so please come and join me for that. It is still a pre-season race, but please come and join me as we keep testing the game, keep pushing it, and keep working out what the game's doing and what the lobbies are like, etc, etc. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Good night, God bless. Keep safe in whatever you're doing, and I'll see you soon.